AI in Education brought to you by AI and Webinar Leads for You. AI is a disruptive technology that will enhance various aspects of education. AI-powered tools and platforms can facilitate personalized learning, adaptive assessments, and intelligent tutoring systems. AI can automate administrative tasks, such as grading and performance analytics, freeing up teachers' time for more impactful interactions with students. AI can assist in language learning, automatic essay grading, and provide real-time feedback on writing assignments. AI-driven VR and AR technologies can create immersive learning environments, enhancing student engagement and understanding in various subjects. Ethical considerations surrounding AI in education, including transparency, accountability, and student privacy, need to be carefully addressed. Real-world case studies showcase the transformative potential of AI in education. Educators, administrators, and policymakers should embrace AI as a tool to create more inclusive, effective, and personalized learning environments. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to assist you with our advanced technological webinars and lead generation tactics to qualify and convert students for you.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining this coffee break. I hope you're having a coffee, and otherwise go ahead and grab one. We're about to start, still waiting for a couple more people to join. As you are probably curious to hear what is going on in AI in education and specifically student recruitment. Well, I am very curious about this. So in the next 20 minutes or so, throughout a little coffee break, I try to show you a little bit of the highlights. I just put a link on the screen. That is just to warm up the audience a little bit. What do you think of when you hear the word AI? So go ahead and click on that. Then at the end, I'll share that. It's just curious to hear what everybody's thinking about AI, right? So I already see some results in. I'll give a little spoiler. I already see artificial robot, productivity, love, not that intelligent, and also fraud and dangerous. So yeah, very interesting words. And I think that sets the tone pretty much already for what AI is a little bit about now. It's very ambiguous. It's about, I hear the word love and dangerous and fraud. So it's still to be decided where it's going to go. Who knows? Definitely today we will not have that answer. But we're going to delve in a little bit about what so far has been going on and try to start with this. Probably more coffee breaks will follow. First of all, let me introduce myself for those of people that I don't know. My name is Luuk. I'm the managing director of Webinar Leads for You. I've been in the market, so to say, for the last 10 years, working with universities, over 300, I think by now, helping them recruit students through mainly webinars. So we do the lead generation and the webinars. And I've always been keen on technology. I love it. I try to stay on top of it and see how things evolve. I've done these coffee breaks, over the last year, and on different topics. And actually talking about that, I've done already some coffee breaks on topics in student recruitment, post-pandemic, about, of course, how online education changed things, also big data, but also how to engage people with the students to get their attention. In the end, we want everybody's attention of those potential students. So how to help with that. And now AI has come along. So we're going to talk a bit about this, the good. I would say the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we'll start with the good. I'm always a positive person. I try to focus on the good. But in the end, there's some stories of AI gone wrong as well. So stay tuned to hear about those as well. All right. So just quickly, as mentioned, introducing ourselves. We've worked with universities, many across different countries. And why they work with us is because of these 4 points, our unique selling propositions, so to say: targeting, profiling, converting students, and with the help of technology and data. So without going into too much detail, and I'm not making this a company pitch, I just thought it would be good for you to know who we are and what it is we do. Also, you will see this through later about student recruitment. Of course, this is our vision of things, right? So how we see things can be improved through this way, and of these targeting, profiling, and converting points with technology. So, all right, let's have another poll, because I'd like to know you a little bit better as well, to know what is your biggest challenge in student recruitment. So you can select different options. It is opened on the right. There's a poll. So you can provide options even other than just comment in the chat to see what is a challenge for you these days. It's good for me to know, so I can focus a little bit on maybe qualification or marketing channels or conversions, whatever it is, or simply any other point you want to make. All right. So whilst you're answering the poll and answers are coming in, let me continue about some general benefits of AI. So general benefits of AI. Well, we all have read the news and we know what's going on. I don't know if you heard yesterday, actually it was announced that there was a petition signed by the big ones leading Google, Microsoft with ChatGPT. Actually, Meta, Facebook wasn't there, but they signed on how it could be AI being the ethical part being the end of humanity. So yeah, very disastrous. I don't know exactly the details of that petition, but as this picture on the left is showing and some articles, people are worried about this, of course. And it says the death of education. Now, I am a positive person, so you see here some benefits, because there definitely are great benefits. Big one is the personalized learning. Learning can be made personalized with AI. You can find out to the student exactly what they're struggling with, help, interfere, and adapt, and to keep them motivated as well. You can help, teachers can get a lot of help. It's no secret in, I think, most countries pretty much, there's understaff of teachers, so they can get use of a lot of AI tools, tutoring systems, outsource administrative tasks, or even a way of grading and analyzing maybe how students are doing to AI, and help. So having a personal assistant in that way. So I think those are great, important benefits in education. Not talking about the delivery as well, of course, but this is especially for teachers, but also for students, because they, of course, get the benefits from that as well, to be motivated, to get what they want, to have tools and assignments that they are looking for, and help them, and maybe especially on things that they're struggling with. And in the early days where I grew up, it was a one-size-fits-all approach, right? So you just sit in class and listen to the teacher and follow the progress. Of course, this is already long been debated. It's outdated. It needs to change. So maybe AI is now the one that can disrupt and help really with this. Okay, I also provide a lot of sources. I'm aware that a lot of it I cannot go into more depths. So I recommend to follow our blog. I will put the link in the chat, because there you find actually this webinar, but also the sources and a little summary as well. And we will keep updating the blog as well. So do check it out. And after the session, or if you have to leave, then at least check out that blog where you can get the summary. And we will actually later, probably AI generated, have this webinar translated to text on that blog as well. Yes, that's possible. So challenges of AI. Well, a lot of them. Transparency, of course, of the sources. Where did they get it from? Is it reliable? The responsibility of the outcomes. There's often not. ChatGPT is not responsible in that sense. You cannot sue them, or if you follow the advice, it might be advice that's not appropriate. Student privacy, an important one, and also other things in typically with technology, emotional support, creativity, social interactions. These things are not necessarily given by robots, right? We need humans. So that is the important part. I think we all agree. We need the both sides of the of the balance. So that's an important one to keep in mind, and that's challenging. And well, I mentioned the extinction of humanity. So that article is actually there as well at the source. I don't think we're going to get there yet, but we hope definitely not. But you see here a change of how one prompt can change the picture from a happy robot to an angry one. So the line can be fine. Now, talking about tools, I want to make it a little bit practical. I've researched and explored tools over the last weeks. Of course, we know about Bing with ChatGPT and Bart from Google. So there's a source as well giving some more details about this tool. Also DALL-E, Midjourney. I also played with IMG Creator. It makes great images, so I can recommend that. And then there's a list of others that I personally use now pretty much every day to strategize, to get ideas, to make new designs, to get videos as well. So a lot of these tools can be very useful to show. And I actually want to show you an example of a video created by AI, but most of all, I think the message is something I want to share as well, because I'm very passionate about it. So I'm going to share a video about an upcoming webinar summit, and I'll show that to you.
Attention university policymakers, are you looking for ways to make your institution more sustainable and environmentally friendly? Then join this free webinar summit. By reducing your university's carbon footprint, you can not only help protect the planet, but also save money and improve your institution's reputation. Potential students want you to create a sustainable, conscious campus, so join in the movement.
All right, a little call out to join the movement on sustainability. The webinar summit coming up. The point here was also the message, because we'd like you to join. You can find this webinar summit on our website, but it is an informative session about green campuses and how to make things more sustainable at your university. But also, this was just an example of how we used AI. It was a video generated with text we created into a video, it just resonated very well in social media. So just an example to show you how you can use it. So talking about examples in student recruitment. I mentioned in the beginning there's unique selling propositions from us. So I have focused a little bit on those because that's what we are good at and familiar with. So they will be along the lines of engagement targeting and also about technology and data. So let's start off with the first one, engagement. How to use strategy and engage audiences with AI. Now, the key here, first of all, also is to personalize, right? So you want to make sure you know your audience, of course, to start with, and also to I'll come back on that in a minute, actually. So I was going to talk about that. But also engagement includes personalized messages. So with AI, you can help improve that, as well as the content that resonates with the audience. So since we take care of student recruitment through webinars, I've explored some of these options there, improving data analysis, integrations, and also how to improve engagement. And we are actually testing and exploring those. So it's definitely not final. A lot of tools on the market and coming out. So we are, I would think, integrate them in the near future, probably after summer. So to have some of those tools in our webinars. But you see here some examples of options on the screen, videos I mentioned, the content, personalize it, and also pollings and transcriptions, translations. So I assume you all talk good English, but maybe you're more comfortable in another language, so we can have this actually seamlessly translated to your own language. And of course, for students, it can be very interesting for you as well to use that. So there are AI tools already doing that, or even within webinars. And of course, the reporting. After all, you want to know all the data to see how your audience is engaging. And when I talk about engagement, I talk about every step in the funnel, right? So from the first messages on your website to your social media to how you approach them, which type of videos or content, what do they like, where people are reacting to. And again, with AI, you can better analyze that and have it look back into things that people do want to see. Okay. All right. I am aware we get some questions as well, comments. I'd like to read out one, actually from Kimo. AI could lead to an enhanced personal approach of the education experience in several phases. He mentions the recruitment and marketing. Exactly, that's what I was focusing on. A good AI can tailor a lot of messages and assist the real person working at the institutions. Well, exactly, Kimo. That's what I think as well. And then you have the traditional exams and drills that become unusable. So learning tasks have to be connected to students and to the personal experiences live, both face-to-face and online. And learning encounters become more important and meaningful because they have to be designed with real learning and demonstration of learning in mind. And that's spot on, I think, Kimo. Thank you for that comment. Because, things need to be revolutionized, right? Today's students are not just satisfied with the old approach, basically. So thank you very much. On recruitment in specific, on how to get these right students, I put the quote, qualification is more important than location. This is something I hear a lot from universities in the end. They come to us, they want a specific location maybe, but in the end, it is about the right students, right? So you probably agree that in every country, there are great students, they're qualified students, they're smart people everywhere. So you want to find the qualified students that fit your programs. And of course, there are challenges along, but the important part is to target the right students and to find out the qualifications and know about them. So how do you know more about the students? Again, AI can help with analyzing a lot of data across multiple platforms. It can scramble your website for and change keywords. It can find out socials where people to react to. Again, you can find out low-hanging fruit, so to say, and opportunities. And also which marketing channels. And actually, that brings me to the polling. I saw that that was one of the main things that people are challenged with, is which channels to use, and also getting qualified students. So this is a good point for that. Now, the marketing channels to date, basically it's been that we use all the channels, and I mean social media specifically, depending on what type of students are there. So for bachelor programs, we use a lot now TikTok. So if you're not in it, then I simply recommend that. Get in on it, because there's, I don't know how many now, I think 700 million or so, but anyways, the fastest growing social media, right? So you want to be in there. We started last year, and it's growing rapidly with bachelors, but also slowly already the audience is growing up, right? So within every year, slowly master students probably are there as well. Facebook, it's typically now more older generation. And I would say Instagram is a great one where you can find most people these days. LinkedIn is a very interesting one. I say that interesting for student recruitment because, of course, I think all of you, most of you heard through of this coffee break through LinkedIn. So first of all, it works. It's a great channel. But yeah, there are different ways of using LinkedIn. And in student recruitment, paid ads, for example, LinkedIn don't work well. That's our experience. Why? Because they simply are too expensive. It works, but the budget. And I guess that's another challenge you probably have, is to get the right results for the budget. So we actually have a unique way of using LinkedIn, and through LinkedIn groups, where we use specific groups of interest groups. For example, sustainability, right? So there's a lot of groups where people join, professionals in that area, or simply from universities as well, that want to hear about sustainability. And we are putting the video I showed you there, putting the content, and we work with the owner of the group to do it on our behalf. So a different way, and this is just a little giveaway. It works well. We're getting good quality students and audiences from LinkedIn that way. Okay. Now, how AI is playing in that part, this is under development. So there's a lot of things. There's some tools I've explored already. But again, every day new things come out, and things change fast. I do recommend some of the, through our blog, actually, you will see some of the tools and I was going to say the sources where we get it from. And one I really simply like is the AI Educator. So check out AI Educator. I think it's .com, but check it out. They have a lot of tools. Every day it's updated, especially for education. So that's a great resource to check. And with targeted campaigns comes, again, this engagement, the videos that I talked to you about. GIFs, we like those as well. The students seem to like it. You can make great, quick, funny GIFs. It's, I would say, the best of both worlds between a video and a picture. But not to forget, and this is one of those important points, be authentic and real. Students want to see that. Today's students, they want authenticity, right? So get real students involved if possible. And we always say that for our own webinars as well. Get students to take the front center, let them speak about your institute. So if it's not in a webinar, let it also do that through your campaigns and your targeted campaigns. So you can go so much with AI, you can create a lot of things, but it is important, it is authentic, and yeah, students are a great way to talk to students, because in the end, students want to hear from students and get the real story, right? Okay, then let me have a sip of my coffee, because this is a coffee break, before we continue to the next point, and that is this one. Okay. All right, I call it AAA, AI, Automation and Analytics. A lot of big words, small words, big meanings. Yeah, so starting with AI, chatbots, of course, are where it's already started with. A lot of chatbots. Everybody, I think, by now almost has a chatbot on their website, can direct students to the right program. We do. We have it on our portal, the Study Abroad portal. That's where you can find the chatbot as well. So people can, without having to search themselves, they can be directed to the right program. I actually encourage you, I'll put the link there as well, just to make sure we have those two websites. The Study Abroad portal, that's where all our webinars are. And you can sign up to any one. They're great topics and examples of institutes given there. And the chatbot is there. We also have a student community integrated, by the way. It goes through Discord, some very high growing community for today's students. And we have made specific student communities as well. So these are, yeah, as I mentioned, important technological developments happening right now. And with the help of AI, we can integrate those in those channels, and students can ask questions and get answers from the chatbot. So that's working already quite well. Now coming to analytics, you want to, of course, explore again the people. Where are they watching? Views, clicks, registrations, surveys, all of that. which in the new GA4 from Google Analytics, you can find a lot. So you can do a whole webinar about this. But AI is coming in place there as well. And as Google is now developing their version, an answer to Microsoft and ChatGPT, watch out for that. So they will get more involved, of course, and connect these different tools they have. So analytics with a lot of the information Google has. So I'm personally watching out for that space. I am actually signed up on a course for this summer about all the new. It is given by ChatGPT. I was invited for that, so I'm definitely my intention is to give a coffee break after summer about that, about my learnings. So stay tuned. Continuing the topic, because I'm aware I try to do this within 25 minutes or so to finish it off and leave you with some good ideas. Also, the data points as mentioned, and repurposing content with AI. Easily you can do that, transform video to text, text to video, audio. This webinar can be translated to audio, to a podcast. It's all there. It's quite easy actually to do. So those things, even for your own purpose, is very interesting. So you can even get a summary of text or PDF or webinar with an AI tool. Again, check out our blog to find out which one. All right, so a lot of things have been passed in the next 20 minutes. I cannot go in much more depth now, but here are some takeaways, because AI can and will, in my opinion, revolutionize education and empowering students and educators. That is now happening. So it will change your job. All of us. So get knowledgeable, become a good prompter. We'll all be prompt engineers, as they say. And at the last point, I put a little important point about the prompt. It is tell them the chat GPT, for example, who it is. Tell the chat GPT, you are a student recruitment manager, for example. I've done this. And then outline what you want from them in detail and set the tone. Try and then adapt things. Have fun with it, but it will be implemented. So get started with this. It's also think about tasks that are repetitive and daunting for you, and try it out and try these prompts and have AI help you. Another point: marketing can be over-engineered and missing empathy, and it doesn't resonate with the audience. I like that comment. I read it. Somewhere in LinkedIn. It's true, because if you're doing everything fine, but you're not resonating with the audience, and then you have great content and all that, but it's over-engineered with data analytics, and it's not showing the empathy, it doesn't really resonate with the final student, you're missing the point, and also you're missing that connection. So it is important that AI still needs that human intervention as described. We need a good eye, not just AI. Did you like that one? I liked it. All right. So be humane. Outsource your doing, not your thinking. That is what our slogan is. I hope I could have helped you a little bit about this topic. As I mentioned, it's just part one. So there will be more coffee breaks and talks and all that following. So if you want to know more, I have on the screen a little poll. This, by the way, can be answered by everybody live online and people watching the recording. I'm aware that a lot of people watch the recording these days. So do you want a brief personal discovery meeting to learn more how AI and also the student recruitment options can help your university? Then let me know. I can talk to you. If you want to find out other things, you like to find the requirements first, and you can email me and maybe want to talk about it first internally or explore our resources and newsletters, then do let us know. The blog is the one I would recommend to follow. That's where we update you. The newsletter, we can add you there as well. And there will be a lot of more information giving. So having said that, before we drop off, let me know any questions you may have. Also, again, for people watching the recording, this is the great thing about this platform. It works also the interactivity in the recording, and that's why we use it. You can get a free university profile and leads. Yes, this summer we're giving away free leads. So if you still need some last leads for your any of your programs, let us know. You can contact us. Let me give you quickly the contact details. So you can do that and get in touch with us. All right. So I'm gonna look that up. Meanwhile, let us know any questions you may have, because I'm here available to answer those. I still have time. And let me drop on the chat. Thank you, Glenn, as well. Appreciate it. Now, these are just some universities we've worked with, just to show you that. But check out client testimonials. Actually, we have a client testimony made by AI. I wanted to share that with you, see how that works. This is a real person, but due to difficulties recording the video, we have their actual input and made it.
The collaboration with Webinar Leads for You is always smooth, as they help prepare for a successful webinar, where lots of new potential students are generated.
So what did you think of that? Was that authentic? We're getting better, right? It's getting there. It's actually, the person was an English, it is a German person, a client of us. And so it had the English with the German accent, even AI generated. We thought it was resembled pretty well. Now, get in touch. I'll have a last poll to know what topic you'd like to hear more about, because then we can prepare that with you as well. We can talk about any other topics as given on the screen now. Sustainable Campuses is coming up. So that's June 15th, I believe. It can be found through our portal. We're going to develop likely one for soft skills and leadership in September. Metaverse, always a hot topic, so we're going to look at that. So let us know. Give us your answers. That way we can suit these coffee breaks for you. Again, personalize them to you. So I appreciate your feedback. And with that, I have a last video to leave you with. But thank you for your answers. And oh, I almost forgot. I have 2 things to share you. So first of all, what went wrong with AI? Yes, so some dark stories. No, I mean, these are some interesting things that came across, and some food for thought. I wanted to leave you with that, because did you know the Sony Awards, actually, the pictures on the left on the screen, the winning picture was not known, but this was a winning picture and actually appeared to be made by AI. The person who submitted it didn't say it. Actually, in the end, said, "I don't want the award." He got it anyway. But yeah, a very controversial thing, of course, and very relevant to today. You know, we don't know the difference anymore. I just read recently in China, grief bots were created, so you can talk actually with your left parents or grandparents that left us, and they can recreate and make with their personality memories. So you can still, you know, in a good way, talk with them and work out maybe some things that you would have liked to ask them, whatever it is. But are we waiting really for having those grief bots? I don't know. Other things too that I saw, your own pictures online can end up in AI tools. Okay, not something maybe we do want. Of course, AI and self-driving cars, a very hot topic that's been as well. I think, you know, and I wrote it there, although likely safer than us, because in the end, what's the percentage of mistakes that we make, right? self-driving car maybe is 99.8% safe. Are we 99.9? I doubt it. I think we're less, but it's controversial because if an accident happens with a self-driving car, it's big headlines and news. So these things have an impact on progress as well, right? Well, Dark One, Kalashnikov creating AI combat machines. It's really happening. Also on through hostile answers from GPT. And personally, I'm just wondering, is AI mainly focused on productivity, or does it really solve world's problems? What do you think? Well, I'll leave you with that. Again, this is part 1. I'm signing off, and I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know, give us the thumbs up. You can contact us, and we can continue the conversation. There you go. Thanks for been with me in this coffee break, whether live or recorded, and hope to see you again in a coffee break or anywhere else, for that matter, online soon. Thank you from Barcelona. Bye-bye.